So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have our next session. Multifunction Dispersing Additives for Wood Coating. And we have our speaker, PAIRAT PIPATTANABOon, Senior Technical Manager, APAC and AMP, MEAI. And also we're gonna have in one go, we're gonna have our second speaker, VIKASH JHA, Sales Manager, India. So here we have our two speakers in one row, and we're gonna connect with them through Zoom call, through the technology. But I just have a small request. Please make them feel that Delhi has a very huge heart and we are welcoming them with so much of love and blessings.
Okay. Hello, good morning everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is PAIRAT PIPATTANABOON. I am the Technical Manager for Southeast Asia, India, Middle East, and Africa, plus Oceania and Japan for the region. My responsibility is covering the technical support and sales service for the additive and also metal carboxylate for the coating industry and other industrial applications. So today I'm very pleased to present a concept of multifunctional dispersion, especially for wood coating and wood finishes for the audience today. So any question, you please raise up at the end of the presentation or send the email to our colleague in India, Mr. Jha and Mr. Agarwal later on. We are willing and very pleased to help you for any kind of inquiry. Let me give you a few shots of this. Who is Aksada company? It's quite a new name, which is less than 2 years old. Aksada was spun off from a unit of Lonza Specialty Ingredients from Lonza AG in mid of 2021. At the end of 2021, Lonza or Aksada bought over Troy and Envirotech. Envirotech is mostly involved with water treatment for home use and also industrial uses. Troy has been known for more than 70 years with metal carboxylate dryers, additives, and also preservative for coating and other industrial and consumer applications. So Aksada, the meaning is in the fortress that will give you a full protection of the microbial control, either industrial or consumer application. So we're covering for paint and coating industry, textile and plastic, and also hygiene, consumer and industrial cleaning, plus construction materials. We have R&D technical centers, 16 places around the world, and manufacturing site, 26, which is including a few in India, Thailand, that have been there for 25 years, China, Malaysia, Australia, and New Zealand in this region, plus many in Europe and US and South America. Aksada itself has a turnover around the globe about $2.3 billion US. Aksada advantage that we offer from the experience of 120 years since the beginning of Lonza AG in Switzerland. So we establish our local manufacturing in Asia, even in your homeland in India, for example, or my hometown in Thailand. And laboratory for field testing, application tests, that we do testing for customers, especially the additives, for example, like dispersion, doing dispersion optimization, defoaming test, wetting additives, rheology testing, plus dryers, metal carboxylate optimization. These are all the lab work that have been concentrated for customers to solve and to do the troubleshooting for them. Research and development. This is one of the corner of our lab in Bangkok that has been there for 10 years now. We're doing new molecules for new application or new requirement for customers. The product range that we have, I would say Roughly for additives, we're covering wetting and flow and leveling agent for customer to improve their film properties. Dryers for solvent-based coating system paint that have been there for almost 70 years now. Deformer to control process foam, application foam of your coating products. Rheology modifier that help to control anti-sacking, anti-settling, and also application viscosity for the solvent system. Dispersion, of course, the one we're going to talk about today, agenda. Plus, if you do some powder coating, we also supply the powder additive for powder paints. Plus, the preservative that have been quite a big business unit of Aksara today, which is about 80% of our product is covering for these antimicrobials. It's either bacteria, fungi, and algae protection from your product and also from your environment, plus sanitizing and disinfectant for industrial and consumer cleaning. Today, the presentation topic that we're going to focus is about what are the needs for the green product, green chemical for your end users, and also introduce our C series of the product that go along with the green concept of the additive and the end application, plus what are our additives that we providing for the wood finishing, wood coating, furniture coating. The wood finish product, I believe that you know very well, it starts from sealers, base coat, and then top coat. And a wood finishing type that we promote our product, either solvent-based type, solvent-free, or UV kill, fine furniture, wood flooring, and also consumer product that is sold in the DIY shop or home depot shop. Plus, the water-based type of the wood coating, wood finish, even though it's small, but the tendency future that go along with the green product that many customers now they're looking for to identify the local producer from this region, either India or Southeast Asia, that can supply their furniture finishes with the water-based type so that the green concept come along, which is the additive that used in those coatings should have no HAP, no HAPs, meaning that no hazardous air pollutant. Either our process to make the additive at your end use when you apply your paint or at your production of your coatings should not involve with our additive, which is has no HAPs in your formulation. No APE, meaning that alkyl phenol ethoxylate that have been identified more than 20 years, that have been harmful for human being and also can be disrupt the reproductive of some of certain fishes. No heavy metals, no phthalates, and also low or zero VOC, volatile organic content. Our product from Aksara portfolio that we supply dispersing additive, it helps to do wetting and disperse and control stability of your pigment paste system or your coating system. Optimize color strength and also hiding after tinting, especially if you use some stain, which is this transparent pigment. It also improves transparency of your transparent stain system. Also reduce color difference, meaning that color floating, color flooding, they have to be, is going to be no more with your coating system. Wetting additive is improved substrate wetting that go along with difficult substrate to coat, or some kind like the substrate that has oil contamination, silicone contamination. Especially for wood, we have tannin that it has a lot of oil on the surface that can be interfere for adhesion. So it's improved adhesion by substrate wetting concept. Improve the flow leveling that you get smoothness, gloss, color development, or your glossing system. Also, some of the product that we provide the surface slip so that you can get block resistant, stain resistant, or stacking resistant. And of course, it helps to go along with those dispersing concept that the wetting additive also help you to reduce color difference. So anti-floating, anti-flooding that we're talking about. Air releasing system or deformer, it helps to control the air entrainment during manufacturing of your paints. Also eliminate, kill the air bubble during the application. Of course, you make the surface smooth as you get gloss as what you wish. Rheology additive, it helps to control anti-sacking, anti-shattering, especially if you use foam silica as matting agent in your system. Also improve the application viscosity, low shear and high shear concept. When you deal with dispersing additive, it's difficult for customers, I would say any customer, to change from existing dispersion to any kind of new candidate dispersion, because it's involved with many trial and error for pigment dispersion optimization. Plus the concept that you can compatible with the color tinting system to get the base color strength, right? So Aksada Lab, we provide this service for you. So we can do the optimization based on your standard formulation, based on your existing additive that you use, for example, the dispersion versus our dispersion. And we also show you how to improve product quality, performance evaluation, plus some certain formulation, we also get lower cost in use, right? So that how to develop this new concept of this pigment dispersion optimization, that you get low waste viscosity with certain amount of the dispersion on the pigment weight. And then when you get this optimized of the low waste viscosity or the low viscosity pigment paste, you thin into the white base, select the formulation that you get or achieve the best color strength. That's how we do this optimization. And this kind of formulation can be involved like 20 to 30 different formulations that you may work with. Think about you have only one or two chemists in your lab and you have so many things to do. Please consider let us to be your leg arm to do this kind of lab service and help you to speed up this kind of dispersing pigment dispersion demand. The product that we have for dispersion start with Toyspurt 90AC, which is a fatty amine. It's good for the solvent-based system, for carbon black and organic pigment, and also some of the transparency iron oxide pigment as well. CD1 is polymerized oil derivative. It's good for the stabilization of this grinding of alky paint. Plus, when you do implant tinting for pigment paste with TiO2 or extenders or inorganic iron oxide pigment, that CD1 is a good option as a cost in use, right? Low cost in use for them. Plus SD8, which is a twin of CD1, but SD8 is derived from some raw material of the renewable resources, which is palm oil. So it's also used in the inorganic and also TiO2 pigment. Coming to the water-based system, we have ZWD1, and you see Z concept, which is zero VOC, no AP, no HAPS. It's a non-ionic fatty acid derivative from castor oil, also from natural resources, and it's good for carbon black and also organic pigments. 90W is an anionic amine dispersion, but mainly we promote as an excellent wetting additive for your aqueous color concentrate for that. So you may use 90W together with ZW1 in the formulation for aqueous-based pigment paste for that, or universal tinter. This is the selection type of the system, either non-aqueous, UV, or the aqueous system, with different kinds of the pigment that you may select, and also which dispersant that you select for them. Just to make sure that when you use for solvent-based system or the UV kill, CD1, SD8 for the inorganic pigment, 90SC for carbon black and organic pigment. For aqueous water-based, mainly ZWD1, and also you can use 90W as a wetting for the excellent property. Let's talk about this percent that we have in details a little bit, and also including performance evaluation. 90SC, as I said before, is a fatty amine derivative. So it's good for the hard to disperse pigments, such as the high surface area copper black. For example, like Larvin 5000 from Berla, FW200 for the from the Gusa Orion today, and you have Monash 1300, 1400 from Cabot. So these are really hard to disperse copper black that has really high surface area, really fine particle size, high jetness type. Also like organic pigment, for example, patholo blue, patholo green, and violet. Even like transparent iron oxide pigment for non-aqueous system. So it's very good for the allow you to the high pigment loading, right? Also faster dry time, control your color development, color consistency over storage, and also give you a low cost effectiveness. This example like copper black, you can run 90AC with the optimization from 20% up to about 45% on pigment weight. Organic will be around 10 to 20% on pigment weight. All right. If you fall into iron oxide or TiO2, I would ask you to consider CD1 or SD8, which is polymeric oil. We just give you a study with the Orion FW200 copper black. All right. This is very high jetness, high surface area type copper black. We do 12% pigment loading in the medium oil alkyd. And this percent that customer using as an incumbent today is high molecular weight, carboxylate type block copolymer. So they use about 30% on pigment weight, and 90AC use only about 30% on pigment weight. Both of them are different chemistry. All right. Fatty amine derivative with 90AC, roughly about 95% and more for this active. Right. Competitive high molecular weight. This is a block copolymer type, which has about 40% of the active. So after run with this pigment dispersion demand optimization, we came up with 50% faster dry time. If you need to reach Heckman number 7 with 90AC, you only run about 45 minutes. Compared to high molecular weight type, you have to run up to about 90 minutes. You improve color development. It's a carbon black, so consider the lowest L value. And also after 2 weeks, 50 Celsius, we take out the store sample after stability test and run with this color development test again. This also shows you very narrow gaps of this delta L, and still in a good stability of the L value. CRISPR CD1, this is the modified polymerized oil, come from polyalkyd polyester type of the resin. It's really high active liquid, more than 70% of the active in their product. It gives you very good wetting and dispersing properties. The solvent of the dispersant itself is mineral spirits. So if you have to disperse TiO2 or iron oxide pigment, you only use about 2 to 5% for iron oxide, and TiO2 is about, I would say, 1 to 2% on pigment weight only. We try in the lab study how to optimization CD1 in the long oil alkyd resin with the 65% TiO2 loading. All right, so it's mineral spirit, long oil alkyd resin, and TiO2. And from the optimization, that we slowly increase the dispersion, and we found out that CD1 of 1.5% on total formulation. It gives you a lowest viscosity. And then we run with this formulation, stabilize it, and then check with the L value. It gives you the highest L value for the white TiO2 pigment paste. Another test that we do run study we check with Beferox 920 pigment yellow oxide, 46% loading. The current formulation as an incumbent, customer has to use two products to this person, and they really use that in their real formulation for two type of the um, hydroxyl carboxylate type of the dispersion. It used 17%, 17% of the dispersion on the pigment weight. CD1 is only 2% on the pigment weight. All right. So that, let's see, after pigment dispersion demand, how do you derive with this performance? You can get faster dry time than the competition, and also similar color development. But remember, you use CD1 only 2% on Beferox yellow pigment. The current incumbent dispersion, you have to use two dispersion, and the dosage is around 17% on pigment weight. CD1 also help in terms of synergesis, control the oil floating from your formulation. This is a short oil alkyd melamine based finish after storage at room temperature, and then you check with the oil floating on the surface. With CD1, it's nothing there. The industry benchmark that have been there for so many years, and they claim that they have very good providing the synergesis control, and see that still some oil float on this surface of the short alkyd melamine baked finish. All right. So I will say this is just by properties that you may get from CD1 as a synergesis resistant in your solvent-based system, particularly like short oil alkyd melamine baked. SDA, as I said earlier, is a twin of CD1, high active content of the polymerized oil, which is derived from polyester polyalkyd polymers. It is derived, some part of the raw material is also come from natural palm oil that we can grow in Thailand. All right, these products produced in Thailand. So palm is come from the south of Thailand. So you can call that it's a green dispersion that help you for the part of this contribution for the green additive in your formulation. Similar to CD1, TiO2 at about 1 to 2% in your formulation on your based on the pigment weight, and inorganic pigment like oxide pigment, you use about 2 to 5%. The study here, we test in the medium oil alkyd with 78% TiO2, quite a high pigment loading, and either 1% of SDA or 1.5 of SDA on the pigment weight. You compare with benchmark 1 at similar doses, or benchmark 2, which is higher similar doses at up to about 2 to 2.5%. You will look into the viscosity of this TiO2 in medium oil alkyd that has about 2 to 300 centipoise compared to industry benchmark has about 3,000, 5,000, even 8,000 centipoise, right? So SDA is a green additive derived from palm oil. You also similar dosage to CD1, and I can call it as a economical cost use dispersion that you make for solvent-based system if you deal with TiO2 or oxide pigment. Let's talk a little bit about the green dispersion for water-based system. ZWD1 is polymeric oil, which is derived from castor oil, the fatty acid derivative from castor oil. It's non-ionic, 100% active. So you can use with water-based system and also with the solvent-based system, like epoxy or PQ, if you need to challenge ZWD1 for that purpose in terms of zero VOC, no HAPs, no APE. So it's a green, very green chemical for that purpose, either water-based or solvent-based system. The pigment that it works very well is copper black, right? Like I said before, FW200 from Orion, the Berla Lavin 5002, and also Carbot Monash 1300, 1400 for this high surface area copper black. Organic pigment like Patholo Blue, Patholo Green, and also these violet pigments. It can be very good in terms of reduce cost in use, right? Very effective cost in use for that compared to the industry benchmark. And if you deal with some kind of like formulation that by the free dispersion, universal tinter, right? Without binder, without resin, and you need very good dispersibility, plus some application for your woodworking, maybe not be much dealing with this, but some customer that they do adhesive or some coatings, some packaging, printing, printing ink, for example, or some packaging that involve with FDA 175, 176 section, or EU directive 2011, or this Bundesliga from German food direction. So it's also get the compliance with this kind of standard that dealing with indirect food contact with adhesive or some kind of printing ink or some coating. This is just a guide formulation that we test in the lab for 20% copper black loading, which is quite high loading there, allowing 5,002 Ultra 2, sorry, 5,000 Ultra 2 from the Berla. And this percent on pigment weight is 60% to stabilize on that. We come from this study that we try many formulation. The number in front of each bar is mean the first number is the this percent on pigment weight. Second number, right after colon, is the the number that represent the pigment loading for carbon black loading in your formulation that you try. For example, like this one is 6% of this percent on pigment weight that they do carbon black 20% loading in the formulation. So the white bar here on the left hand side with a gray color here is represent the CPS, the center points of the pigment paste that we run from 3,500 down to somewhere like uh, less than 100 centipoise, all right? So we may focus somewhere around here as the lowest viscosity of pigment paste, carbon black 20% loading, and then we will check with the color tinting into the white base, water-based system. We will see that somewhere here, which is 60% this percent on pigment weight at 20% of carbon black loading, you get the L value about 57, right? So it's the lowest L value. Carbon black, you get a lower L value so that you get a deeper of the blackness here. So viscosity is around 340 centipoint, even though it's not the lowest, but it gives you the best color strength after tinting. So we do two factors. Viscosity of the paste should be lowest or low level, can be flowable. Second one, you get the highest color strength after tinting. Why you need to get the lowest viscosity or the flowable viscosity? Because at the flowable viscosity of pigment paste, you can be able to load more pigment loading into your formulation. The object of the lowest viscosity of pigment paste that we need to calculate. Other than that, we also do the benchmark with the incumbent industry benchmark there. ZWD1 in the universal tinter without resin, right? The binder free formulation. Either the formulation that contain red oxide pigment, organic red, the copper black, the Larvin Ultra 5000 that I mentioned, also Patholo Green, Patholo Blue. The dark red bar here is represent Troisper's ZWD1. It is the universal tinter formulation. When you compare with the incumbent industry benchmark with the light red here bar, right? So you use ZWD1 at either 1/3 of the benchmark or about 2/3 maximum of the benchmark to get flowable viscosity, to get equal or better color strength. That's how the graph here represent for you. So what did you get? What is in you? It's mean you get more on this low cost use in your formulation. So summary of the dispersant that we have, When you have solvent-based system, non-aqueous, right, including UV, you have 90SC for the hard to disperse pigment, which is like copper black, high surface area, for example, like the um, Berla Raven 5000 Ultra, organic pigment, color blue, color green, or violet. You use CD1 or SD8 in case that you need to disperse TiO2 or inorganic pigment, and also the grind for the alkyd paint. SD8 is a green chemistry for CD1, which is derived some raw material from palm oils. You can use CD1 or SD8 together with AFP to control the anti-float, anti-flattening in your formulation for solvent-based system, particularly when you do alkyd paint and do your implant tinting. ZW1 is 100% active from castor oil, fatty acid derivative. You can use in aqueous system and also consider to use in epoxy or PU system or TPA acrylic in your solvent-based system as well. And use 90W as a wetting for aqueous system, right? It's a mechanism of the dispersion and wetting when you do pigment dispersion. The last topic is about color float and color flattening. AFP, the meaning is anti-float powders. Anti-float powder have been there for more than 40 years with Aksada, or formerly it's a Legacy Troy Corporation. You use in the grind of your solvent-based product, for example, like acrylic or TPA or styrene acrylic system. You add with the optimization from 0.2 up to 0.6 on total formulation weight to control color tinting, color flattening, right? It's suitable for alkyd, acrylic, PU, or epoxy system. This is an example, the system for alkyd paint, that they thin white-based alkyd paint with Patholo Blue color tinter. And after tinting, you see color flow through and then pouring on your tinting. They add, as opposed to add AFP into this paint system, keep on continue to stir the paint, and then at this dosage with optimization, it's dissolve this problem with the color flow problem. So if you need to make sure that your paint after tinting, it doesn't have with this color float and color flattening because of too much surface tension in the system, too low for thixotropy, coarser for pigment or fillers that you change your raw material of this pigment and fillers extenders. The particle size become coarser. The application of the paint become thicker layers, and evaporation rate of the solvent is too fast. So these are the factors that involve with the color float, color flux problem. All right. Before I finish this presentation, just leave you with this last page of the summary of the Aksada additive products. The wetting additive that helps you control substrate wetting, flow leveling, you get good flow, color development, color acceptance, prevent color float and color flattening. Some of the product provide you for surface slip, mask, abrasion resistant, blocking resistant. Dispersing agent help you to control wetting dispersion, color development, color acceptance, and also stability in the long term of the storage. Plus, try to get away from color flattening, color floating. Deforming additive help you to control process form and application form, plus maintain or improve your gloss. Last, Illusion Modify that provide the properties, control application viscosity, low shear and high shear at the application, low shear at the storage stability or transportation. Provide anti-settling for particularly like the matting agent, foam silica in your matte coating products. Control anti-sacking for some products that you apply on the wall level. Provide thixotropy for your paint, and of course, improve your stability of the product that you have, pigment, especially metallic pigments and silica pigment in your formulation for the long-term stability. And last sheet, if you need to get daily lifesaver, cleaner, healthier, and greener. Think about Aksada products for preservatives, dryers, and also additives that I mentioned today. Either the website aksada.com or troycop.com. But please register your username and your own password. After 1 or 2 days, the webmaster will come back to you with the approval of this usage of your username and password. Then you can access those data sheet, MSDS, product data sheet, and the brochure, plus the video that we give you some video as a training guide in the website. Any question before I close my presentation, sir? If you don't have, then I'm sorry that we have struggling a little bit in the beginning because I'm on the holiday in the south of Thailand. All right, so I hope that you enjoy the training today, some of the presentation from the other presenters as well, and hope that everything is fine with today. Go back home safely and enjoy your formulation, your business. Anything that you need our support, talk to our local representative, either the sales manager from Aksada or our distributor in most of the region in India. And I'm willing to see you soon, shortly. Most likely will be after the rainy season. So October, November, that will be good my timing to go to India to see you face to face. And if you don't have anything today, I will say namaskar and say goodbye to everyone. Sawadee krap. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this very informative session. Thank you. So on behalf of the team, I would like to request someone please come for the memento on stage. On behalf of the team, please come. And I would like to request Mr. Ramesh Bhai Patil, Eco Paints, please come on stage for the memento presentation. To welcome Mr. Ramesh Bhai Patil. Sir, please. Can we have the token of love on behalf of Paintvision? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Exada presents before you and co-presented by Wembley Paints, Paintvision Wood Coating Conclave 2023. Presents before you this token of love to the entire team. Thank you very much.